We request that you do not discuss or disclose content from either the Nintendo Switch Online Playtest Program test software or website with others. That's not a line from some shadowy mega corporation in a cyberpunk thriller. That is a direct, public command from Nintendo, issued to its entire global fanbase. A digital gag order is about to be placed on 40,000 players, handpicked to witness the company's next big secret. Nintendo is preparing to test something so new, so potentially game-changing, that it's wrapping the entire operation in a thick blanket of legally binding silence. What could possibly warrant this level of extreme secrecy? And, more importantly, how can you become one of the chosen few to get a first-hand glimpse behind the curtain? Today, we are embarking on a digital investigation, pulling apart every single clue Nintendo has dropped about its mysterious new Switch Online playtest program. This isn't just about a simple software test. This is about piecing together the future of Nintendo's online world. In this deep dive, we're going to explore the most compelling, fan-fueled theories about what this secret service could actually be, from the long-awaited arrival of a beloved retro console to a complete and total reinvention of how we interact on the Switch. We will also provide you with a critical, step-by-step guide on how to sign up, because with a first-come, first-served system, timing is absolutely everything, and the window of opportunity will be vanishingly small. And finally, we'll connect the dots between this upcoming test, a previous secret test from last year, and another intriguing demo that hints at a much grander strategy. A plan that might just be the bridge between the Nintendo Switch and the dawn of the Switch 2. So, prepare your speculation hats, because we're heading deep into the rabbit hole of Nintendo's next big move. The first and most telling clue is the very nature of the announcement itself. The intense focus on confidentiality. Nintendo is not messing around. The warning not to discuss or disclose any information is front and center. This immediately tells us we're not looking at a simple update or a minor new feature. Companies don't enforce strict non-disclosure agreements for bug fixes or quality of life improvements. This level of security is reserved for major, unannounced projects that could shift market perceptions or spoil a massive future reveal. They're planning to bring in up to 40,000 participants worldwide. That's a significant number, far larger than a small, focused alpha test. This is a large-scale beta, a digital stress test designed to push the new service to its limits. This isn't just about finding graphical glitches. It's about seeing if the server architecture can handle tens of thousands of simultaneous connections from different regions, and collecting a massive trove of data on user behavior. But the most fascinating detail in their directive is this. If you participate as a group, you may communicate and exchange information as long as it remains within the bounds of your group. This single line is a bombshell of a clue. The fact that Nintendo is not only allowing but actively facilitating group applications tells us that whatever they're testing is inherently social and multiplayer focused. It's designed to be experienced with others. This immediately steers our speculation away from solo experiences and points directly towards a new kind of online interaction. So what could it be? Let's dive into the leading theories. Theory number 1, the Great Online Overhaul. It's no secret that for all its brilliance in game design, Nintendo's online infrastructure has long been a source of frustration for players. Clunky friend codes, the baffling absence of on-console party chat, and bare-bones lobby systems feel like relics from a bygone era compared to the integrated social hubs on other platforms. This playtest could be for a complete top-to-bottom renovation of the Switch's social ecosystem. Imagine a new, unified hub where you can seamlessly join friends' games, create persistent parties with voice chat that works across all software, and send messages and invites without needing a separate smartphone app. This isn't a minor tweak. This would be a foundational change to how we use the Switch. The ability to sign up as a group directly supports this. They would need to test how these new social features function under load with pre-formed groups of friends. This would be a massive, long overdue upgrade that would dramatically improve the user experience and could be a major selling point for the service moving forward. Theory number 2, the one that gets fans the most excited. The arrival of the Gamecube. The Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack subscription is a mandatory requirement to even apply for this playtest. This is a critical piece of evidence. The expansion pack is Nintendo's premium tier, and its main draw is access to libraries of classic Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games. For a new feature to be locked behind this premium paywall, it has to be of equivalent or greater value. What's the next logical and most highly requested step up from the Nintendo 64? The Nintendo Gamecube. For years, fans have been dreaming of having classics like Super Smash Bros., Melee, Super Mario Sunshine, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, and Metroid Prime available on the Switch, but the implications of the group's sign-up hint at something more. While many GameCube classics are single-player, the console had a legendary multiplayer library. Mario Kart Double Dash, Kirby Air Ride, F-Zero GX, and of course, Melee are all games that would benefit enormously from a modern online framework, something the original hardware never had. This playtest could be for the online multiplayer component of this new GameCube Virtual Console. The technical challenge of implementing reliable, low-latency netcode for these old titles would certainly warrant extensive, secretive testing on a massive scale. Imagine Nintendo secretly testing online F-Zero GX with thousands of players. It would be an electrifying prospect and a massive value proposition for the service. It's a compelling theory, and if you think adding GameCube to Switch Online would be an absolute game changer, do us a favor and hit that like button to show some love for the little purple box. Finally, theory number 3, the birth of Miiverse 2.0, or a next-generation social platform. Remember Miiverse on the Wii U and 3DS? It was a quirky, charming, and utterly unique social network built around games. Players could share drawings, post tips, and react to moments right from their console. Its closure left a hole in the heart of the Nintendo community that has never truly been filled. The group sign-up feature aligns perfectly with the idea of a new social hub. Perhaps Nintendo is creating a new Mii-centric world, an evolution of Tamagotchi Life or Miitomo, but deeply integrated into the Switch operating system. A space where you and your friends' Miis can hang out, launch into games together, and share experiences in a more visual and interactive way than a simple friends list. A modern Miiverse could learn from the success of games like Animal Crossing, incorporating user-generated content hubs, photo-sharing modes, and community event calendars. This would explain the need for secrecy. Revealing a whole new social platform is a huge deal, and the group testing would be essential to see how users interact and form communities within this new space. It would be a bold, uniquely Nintendo move that plays to their strengths in creating charming, family-friendly experiences. Now for the crucial information. You've heard the theories and your imagination is running wild. How do you get in on this? You need to be meticulous and you need to be fast. First, the eligibility requirements. You must be at least 18 years old, likely due to the legalities of the non-disclosure agreement. Second, and this is non-negotiable, you must have an active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack subscription as of July 17th. A standard subscription will not work. If you don't have it by that date, you're out of luck. Now for the dates and times, so get your calendars ready. On July 18th, starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Nintendo will allow you to begin creating an application. This is like preparing your documents before the floodgates open. The main event, the formal registration, begins on July 21st at 8 a.m. Pacific Time or 11 a.m. Eastern Time. This is the moment of truth. It is strictly first come, first served. With an expected cap of 40,000 participants worldwide, these spots will likely be gone in minutes, if not seconds. You need to be online and ready to hit that button the very instant registration opens. Have your login information ready, set an alarm, and be prepared for the website to be under heavy load. Now let's connect this to the bigger picture, because this test isn't happening in a vacuum. The article states that this is to sample the same mystery service that was tested out during the October 2024 Playtest Program. This tells us that the service is not a brand new concept they're just trying out. It's been in a testing phase for at least 9 months. The first test was likely a smaller, more controlled alpha. This new, larger test with 40,000 users is a beta. This progression suggests the service is well into its development cycle and is being polished and stress-tested for a potential public launch in the not-too-distant future. But there's one more clue that casts this whole event in a new light. Nintendo is also hosting a completely separate demo for a game called Drag X Drive, a wheelchair basketball title. The article explicitly mentions this is a Switch 2 game. The timing of this is incredibly suspicious. While the mystery playtest is happening on the current Switch hardware, it's being conducted in the shadow of active promotion for a next-generation title. This could mean that the mystery service being tested is a foundational, cross-generational platform. It's something designed to be a core part of the Switch 2's online experience, but is being built to be backward compatible with the massive install base of the original Switch. This is a brilliant strategic move. It allows them to launch their new console with a robust, feature-rich, and thoroughly tested online service from day one, avoiding the launch day server issues and bare-bones features that have plagued other console launches. By testing it on the current hardware, Nintendo can refine the service with a huge pool of users before deploying it as a major launch feature for their new console. It's a brilliant strategy to ensure a smooth, feature-rich online experience from day one of the next generation. So what we're looking at isn't just a new feature for the Switch. It could be the very bedrock of Nintendo's online presence for the next decade. A modern social hub, a Gamecube library with online play, or a brand new Miiverse. Any of these would be a massive deal. The fact that it might be a cross-generational platform makes it even more significant. Nintendo is building a bridge to its own future, and they're inviting 40,000 of us to be the first to walk across it, as long as we promise not to describe the other side. The next few months are going to be absolutely fascinating for Nintendo fans as the hype for the Switch's successor builds and the pieces of this puzzle begin to fall into place. If you want to stay on top of all the latest developments, get breakdowns of what these secret tests really mean, and be the first to know when Nintendo finally pulls back the curtain, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. You won't want to miss what comes next. To summarize, Nintendo is holding a highly secretive, large-scale playtest for a mystery service. The strict requirements, the group sign-up option, and the connection to a previous test all point to a major new social or multiplayer-focused feature that is deep in development. It could be anything from a full online system overhaul to the triumphant return of Gamecube, or even a successor to Miiverse. The key is to be eligible and be ready on July 21st to have any hope of getting in. And the timing, alongside news of the Switch 2, strongly suggests this is a foundational piece of Nintendo's next-generation strategy. The only question that remains is, what do you think Nintendo is hiding? Is it one of our theories, or something nobody has even thought of? Let us know your wildest speculation in the comments below.